candles inside the level before we have a rejection. Now, for me, this was a rejection over here. We had these big red candles or bearish candle to the downside. I'm interested in this area. Now, what makes me interested in this area is a simple fact. We have an absorption, right? I want to know what the orders were doing inside of this region. So this was the first screenshot I took from the ATAS platform, right? So let's get them side by side. Now, when we look here specifically, right, what we're seeing over here is this, right? We're seeing this yellow box. So this is the order flow inside of the region. Now, specifically here, we have a green candle, which represents this long wick. Now, inside this green candle, we see a 0 for 9 up top. Now, that's a finished auction. A finished auction shows us that buyers and sellers are no longer interested in trading at that price. It is an area where the auction was wiped out, or a finished auction. 0 prints are what you want. Now, if we look at some of the other candles that we had, namely 1, 2, 3, before the melt-off started, what we can see here is delta. Now, the only thing you're interested in with footprint charts is reading the delta inside of the key levels, right? So this is all you're interested in. You have a key level. This is the story of the trade. Once you have a key level, you want to focus on delta, right? And delta gives you the entire story of what's going on. Now, in this case, we have a positive delta, right? Positive delta or blue delta. Now, if you have a negative delta, it just comes up as red. But when you have a positive delta, it comes up as blue. Now, what that basically means is there is more aggressive buyers than aggressive sellers. So in other words, the buyers are putting in lots of effort, but they're not being rewarded. Now, the reason I say they're not being rewarded is we have our key level again over here, right? So if we were to break above the key level, then they would be rewarded, right? Let me just draw that again. So if the aggressive buyers were rewarded, we would have seen sustained higher prices, right? But we don't see this. We actually see the opposite. So we see a lot of buyers in this region, and we see downside follow through. So what's really happening here is buyers are being absorbed, right? This is an absorption. So key level, delta, and what we're looking for is absorption, right? Absorption is a fancy way of saying all these aggressive buyers, there are passive sell orders sitting over here in this region. So this is a massive supply, right? This region here at that time, 69.84 to 89.90, this is a massive supply. It's a massive supply because buyers were not able to see follow through. Buyers were trapped, which means that sellers are in control. So that was the first rejection, and this ultimately led to the first trade. Now, one question I get is, which candle do I enter from?